Hey everybody, this is Jake with Bones and Broadheads, and as promised, I've been talking about it for a long time, we're going to bring you the Hit List show today. So the first deer I'm going to talk about, I've got this shed sitting here. We found this shed on the farm in the winter of 2011. This buck we have a ton of history with. I've got trail cam pictures of him from 2009, again in 2010. We got the shed from 2010. Only one picture of him though in 2011. It was at night. This deer was basically a ghost in 2011, and he's shown back up in 2012 during the daytime in a few pictures. And this deer, of course, he's not as wide. I mean, I'm pegging this deer about 7 or 8 years old. He's not quite as wide. He's still really tall, got great main beam length, and is going to score still very well for an 8-pointer. Now, the next buck I want to talk about is a buck I call Boulder. And when you see pictures of Boulder, you'll understand why I call him Boulder. He's like a rock. He's huge, huge bodied, nice 8-pointer. He's got some great characteristics to his rack, but he's just a big old mature buck that'd be great to take off the farm. Now we've also got another 8-pointer. We've got 3 good 8-pointers. This other 8-pointer is called Torch. Now Torch is it looks like a torch. His antlers come straight out of his head, basically straight up, not a lot of width, some really neat kickers off his G2s. He's just a neat old deer with a cool looking rack, funky rack. Now the 2 big bucks I really want this year that I'm specifically targeting. They're both 10-pointers. The first one I'm calling the tall 10 because he's tall, really tall, not a ton of width, but super tall, a lot of mass. He's a great looking deer, great deer. It'd be the biggest buck I've ever shot for sure with a bow. Finally, my number 1 hit list buck is a buck I call the wide 10. Now this deer is so wide. He's probably in that 24-inch inside spread. Not a lot of height, great main beam length. Another deer that's probably going to score in the low 160s. So we've got all these 3 or 4 or 5 really great bucks that we're targeting this fall. We're going to be using most of the stands that I talked about in the last video blog when I talked about stands, the ridge top, the stand I shot my buck out of last year, and the logging road to target these bucks because they're moving from the south end of the farm. I've got pictures on a mineral site up through the north on my big brassica plot. I've got pictures of that wide 10 in both spots. So they're moving through that area. So I've pretty much got him pegged that he's moving down through that area to the crop fields from his bed. So stay tuned with us to Bones and Broadheads. We're only a few days out from really starting to hunt in Albia. So stay tuned, and remember to shoot often and shoot straight. Thanks for watching.